to say that now. It has to tell you if you are late, this is the penalty APR. For that kind of was like a mystery. There's also a minimum payment warning, which is very interesting. So if you only make the minimum payment each month, you'll pay more interest and it'll take you longer to pay your balance, which we know, but they're having to write this, make it very clear in our statements. So then it gives you a little chart, which I think is really great. So it says, if you make no additional charges and you only make the minimum payment, it would take you 11 years, 5 years to pay off. It's like a long time. When you look at that, you're like, what? How can it take 10 years to pay off this debt? That's like not charging anymore. It's just you paying the minimum payment until it's done. And it says you will end up paying a total of extra dollars, so many extra dollars. And then it tells you if you want to pay this credit card off in 3 years, here's what you're going to have to pay. So this is a really realistic look at, if I only going to have debt in 3 years, this is what my minimum payments have to be. Again, not charging any more on the credit card. So I think this is really good for clarity. Sometimes we know our interest rate, we kind of don't think about we're paying the minimum payment, which is good because remember, making on-time payments is a huge part, the biggest part of your credit score. So make the minimum payments, but only making the minimum payments does have its consequences in that you will pay more and it will take you longer to pay off the debt. Sometimes the minimum payment is just like paying the interest rate. So it could just be the same. You're paying for a year and you're like, this balance hasn't moved, and that's why. It all depends on your interest rate. Have you guys seen some of your credit card statements? Mm-hmm. Yeah? What do you think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Yeah.
Good reminder.
Good reminder? Yeah, I feel like it helps the clarity of seeing what my debt is, the heaviness of it.
If I'm paying, automatic draft,
Uh-huh.
and, if I set it up for a minimum payment, and the minimum payment changes because I've charged something additional over that line, that's not a problem. But I've got one that, for some reason, they won't set up a draft from my bank.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to go in there face to face and talk to them about that. And so I have to watch really carefully, because if I did charge on that account, my minimum payment, I've always been paying X, so I write out the check and mail it in, and it changes all of a sudden.
Right.
I didn't pay them. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, so obviously, paying the minimum payment is important. It's the most important thing to do. But paying more than the minimum payment is the only way that you'll end up paying it off sooner rather than later. So, any questions on the minimum payment and the new legislation?
Can you go back and say, besides a secured credit card, what else can you get to build credit?
So you can do a secured credit card, a regular traditional credit card, a credit builder loan from Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union. Any kind of loans that you take out from financial institutions will help.
Any loan.
So a credit builder loan's going to have you have to put the money in. It's like a secured card. You're going to have to deposit the money you borrow, right?
No, so it's just a regular loan, but the purpose of it is to just build credit.
So you can have bad credit and get that one.
Well, I don't think they say yes to everyone, but I know people that have lower credit scores that have been able to get this loan.
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
With a credit builder loan, you don't actually get money, so they secure it with the amount that they're loaning you, basically. So you get a loan for $300. That $300 goes into a secured savings account, and then you make payments to the loan, and you don't actually get access to that $300 until you've quote unquote paid off your loan.
That's nice.
So for the savings
That's
account.
really too. I didn't know about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's I need that.
It's really good, and I know a lot of people who have gone, and the credit unions are always more friendly and willing to work with people who've had
So Randolph Brooks, excuse me, it's the northernmost one that I know is Ben White, right? So am I in their region? Am I going to?
Where do you live?
Didn't you say it has to do with the radius?
Yeah, it does. You live north. There's some north. I think more people are out of the radius south, like really south, like Slaughter, west of Slaughter. They don't service But they do east of Slaughter, which is kind of strange. But check out the website. They'll definitely have a
Like
radius.
you said, the credit union's better. I was looking for a credit union now, but and you were saying to leave your other lines of credit open. That doesn't
Absolutely.
count for a bank account, does it? Because I've been
No,
with
that's not a line of
one bank
credit.
for 10 years.
Right.
Should I cancel them and go to the credit union, or should I keep the bank?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. A credit card is good to keep open. If you have a bank account and you're not happy with the bank, that's not going to affect your credit score.
Okay. Can you just have a credit union in function, or